The Furis is one of the earliest weapons you get in the game, being a Mash Rank 2 weapon, and you would think it is pretty bad. Well, it is, but we do have the Incarnon form, so without any more delays, let's quickly get into this very interesting pistol. Now, being a Master Rank 2 weapon, it doesn't honestly have a lot of good stats, and it is an auto pistol. It does primarily puncture damage, 5% crit, 2 times critical multiplier, and 12% status chance. Honestly, those are not the best stats, but the Incarnon form turns this weapon into a heat laser, and with increased stats, with crit chance up to 26, 3.4 critical multiplier, and a 24% status increase, or I guess 24% status chance, it is actually becoming a much better weapon. Now, the laser actually does have a little bit of fall off, but we will negate that a little bit throughout the gameplay. You can also use Winds of Purity. This will give you lifesteal on your Furis, so this is a very interesting one, so if you want to use this augment mod, you definitely can. Let's talk about the Incarnon form. Activating the Incarnon form and the first evolution is going to be turning your Furis into a laser. This laser does, as I said, primarily heat damage. Talking about the other evolutions, we have the second one. I chose a Storm Burst, increases the damage by 28, and on hitting enemies with electricity status on them, you get an additional 40% multi-shot for 2 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. You can apply electricity with pretty much anything, or a primer, or a companion, for example. Diriga is very good for this, or you could use, for example, a Hound. I did make a video on companions, so you can check that out if you want in the top right corner. The second evolution we have here is Heaven Foray. This will increase your damage by 28, and with overshields it will increase it by another 30. If you have overshields, use this one. This one could be possibly a little bit better. Evolution 3, we have Practice the Grip. This increases our accuracy. We also have Executioner's Fortune. On headshot, we have a 10% chance for an instant reload, but I use Extended Volley. This increases the base magazine capacity by 25, which will make it easier for you to get the headshots that you need for the Incarnon form and not really need to worry about ammo. And then we have Evolution 4. We have a Head Cracker. On headshot, this will increase your fire rate by 5% up to 10 times. We have Preload of Might with critical chance below 40%. This will increase your critical damage multiplier by 3x, so this is very good. And we have Elemental Balance. This will increase your status chance by 28%. This is the one that I picked. This one seems to be the best one that I can possibly use, and the best one that goes along with every single Warframe. Now, you can choose the other one, giving you, of course, Preloads Might. You can use that one, and that will give you that increased critical damage, but that's not always. Now, we want to cover the build, of course. This is what the build looks like. I use Corrosive and Heat on this build, combined with Cascadia Flare, increasing our damage on heat procs up to 480%, and critical damage and critical chance mods. This is going to be my build of choice. You can use Pistol Elementalist instead of Galvanized Shot, or you could completely forego using Corrosive and then, for example, add even Pistol Elementalist and or the augment mod that I talked about, and just go pure heat. You can add viral, but I use a companion for that. Honestly, I don't think you need viral on this weapon. It's not going to be the best thing in the world. It's much better to have it on your companion. Now, talking about the weapon in and of itself, as you might have seen throughout the gameplay, clears enemies like they are nothing. It melts through enemies. The only issue about this weapon is you need to have a good primary or melee weapon or a good Warframe that's gonna get rid of acolytes. That is the only issue. You can kill them with the Furis, but it doesn't really kill them as fast as other enemies because they have a limited cap of statuses that can be applied to them. Now, if you have a Warframe, basically anything other than Revenant, you are pretty much going to be safe. Even Revenant is gonna help, but buffing this weapon up with Viral through Nourish or through your companion is going to be much better and more beneficial. And you're gonna carry a primary anyway and or a melee, so it doesn't really matter. As I said, this is honestly in my contenders of top 5 secondaries in the game. I really love this weapon, and it does its job amazingly for being a secondary. It's there to pull out and laser beam everything to death. So if you guys like the build, like the video, and like the weapon, I would highly encourage you guys to check out this weapon out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do comment down below what you think of the weapon. Sorry I've been absent a little bit, had a lot of things going on, but I'll be back as stronger than ever. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.